The Holocaust. By the end of my speech, the audience will have learned the effects of the long, sad time in history. The Holocaust was the end of millions of Jews and non-Jewish people, which tried to help the Jews from this awful nightmare that they couldn't be woken up from. 11 million in 12 years. Dead. Wow. Those are mind-blowing numbers, but they are not only numbers. They are lives of children, women, men, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, grandparents, who were not given the chance to live. My heart goes out to all of them. In high school, the Holocaust was a sad time to learn about, with lots of unanswered questions and information. I would research hours on end and would get lost in time, starting with the beginning of every single person being scared of what was coming for them and their family and friends. Before World War II, every Jew was beginning to be segregated. They had to wear yellow stars on their clothes so that everyone knew they were Jews and that they wouldn't do everything that the rest of the nation could do. Nazis had laws that Jews had to follow, and if they were broken, everyone in the situation would be punished. They couldn't love who they wanted to. It was very hard for them to find a job to pay for the taxes that they were being taxed on, and double the amount. Nazis made it so that Jews would no longer be or feel like they were humans in society. If you think that's sad and very bad already, the world they live in at the concentration camps are twice as horrible. When being taken from their home, they were not just taken away from it. They were stripped from their belongings. They were stripped from their hair and clothes. They were stripped from their names and were identified by numbers on their skin. They lived in a freezing hell. They had rags for clothes, if that's even what you want to call them. They had ration food beyond the point of starvation, palm-sized pieces of bread, a bowl of soup that been stretched to the max, water that just made them even thirstier, beds of wood stacked 3 high and that slept 3 to 4 people for every bunk. They would do a roll call every morning and throw their bodies of those that dead and even those couldn't go on out like trash to be burned. They slept in feces and urine of each other's with no use of water to clean themselves up or even bathe. The doctors on the camp were not regular doctors. They would do experiments and take advantage of the disabled or sick people and even children. There are 3 types of experiment that were led on the camps. The first one was claimed to be a safety experience, but freezing people to see if they can find treatment for hypothermia, that was torture. The second was to inject the Jews with diseases that would kill even a healthy human, like malaria, tuberculosis, and infectious hepatitis. The third experiment, they would separate the twins from the rest of the people because one of the doctors by the name of Joseph Mengele was fascinated with twins. In conclusion, the Nazis would have the people stripped completely naked and would lie to them and tell them they were getting a shower, but they did not know is that they wouldn't be coming back out alive. Within those 12 short years for the Nazis, but 12 long, miserable years for the Jews, gypsies, and those that helped. There were over 20,000 concentration camps spread all across Germany that killed all those people that did not have a chance to live. So as I walk you through the lives of Jewish people that had a hard life during January 30th, 1933 to May 8th, 1945, I hope that you take the time and really understand that they should not have gone through this miserable life. No one should have ever gone through anything imaginable.